Perry Pencil.
Hello, this is Perry Pencil, and today I'm going to be sketching Blanka, or is it Blanka, from Street Fighter 2. I think it might be Blanka because he has an ability to be electrical when he strikes someone. But the Street Fighter series, this is the third sketch, and this is the third edition rather, and I'm going to teach you how to draw him. Draw along with me and learn how to sketch Blanka. This video is sped up for the purpose of just kind of following along and seeing what I do while I sketch. Normally I'll start out lightly putting in the form of the character I'm drawing. Now keep in mind that these videos are not step-by-step tutorials on how to draw. Rather, they are just how I sketch. So the idea is just to kind of get a feel of the process that I do when I'm sketching. So far, if you recognize that I've already blocked in, let's say about 70% of drawing, having the character sketched out rather. And what I do is I use the regular number 2 pencil tip to sketch in the character. And once I get the character sketched in and let me see, in the form that I want him posed in, or her, that's when I go in and really start it to put everything else in. And the reason why I take this approach, because again, when you're just lightly putting in lines and there's overlapping lines, you're not finalizing lines yet. Like, in other words, when I sketch, I don't care how many lines are being put down in one particular part. It's just to get it roughed out and get the form as correct as I can get it, and so that I can be satisfied with it. So when you think about it, you overall get the figure down, what the figure is going to look like on a page, how much space the figure is going to take up on the page, and then you go from there. So if you notice right now, I'm laying in rough details of Blanka's face, and so in sketching, I'm just kind of blocking things in, and I'm not finalizing it yet. And these are one of the things that the process is when you're thinking about sketching is, well, where I want everything to be, how does it look, does things look correct, does the anatomy look right on a figure, and that's pretty much how you build your character as you go along. Usually my sketches don't get cleaned up with an eraser, and for that reason, that's just because there's a light box method, and I'll do a video on that one day, where you have your really rough sketch, and then you get a light box. Animators use this approach, and then you overlay a sheet of paper over top of your sketch, and then you do your clean version. This was popular with Disney when they do animated frames for, let's say, Mickey Mouse or something like that. Real rough sketches would be done, and then they would take the light table and then put that drawing down, put another sheet over top of that, and then finalize a very clean drawing of that frame. And so that's what this is for, is a process. So let's say if I was drawing for a comic book company, or let's say if I was doing a request and someone wanted to request me to draw Blanka from Street Fighter, this is how I would go about it. Lightly putting in everything on the figure, drawing him step by step, but at the same time, I'm not I don't care too much about how perfect it looks. So there a lot of times there's multiple lines, and when it comes to sketching, and that's one of the things that you want to do, is just say, hey, I'm gonna sketch this out. And then even erasing, if you notice, I'm erasing here and there. When you're sketching, you can be as rough, it could be as rough as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be super clean. It could have smudges, it could be dirty, and this is just pretty much so that any artist that's watching this, that's developing as an artist, can look at this and learn from it by saying, okay, well, I can come up with some pretty decent figure drawings just by being very loose and carefree about it. There's going to be mistakes made. Things are probably going to be a little uneven, but each time I sketch, now the next time you would sketch a drawing like this, it'll get better and better with practice. And then finally, even if you see the way I'm going about sketching this now, I'm using this out of my pencil and I'm erasing out let's say the edges of how I want things to look. So, and that's because when I go back over this for a final look or professional look, I don't want to guess about what lines to put down or what lines I didn't put down. What I encourage is that you want to do everything right then and there. You don't want to have to go back and correct things. So take for instance, when I was erasing some of the lines on Blanka, what I want to do is be able to, if I finalize this one day, to draw it and finalize it and make it a cleaner drawing. I don't have to squint my eyes and say, well, did I mean to put a line there, or is this what I really wanted? That pectoral muscle, is that a vein, or is a part of the muscle? So that's what that's about. So when you see me erasing and cleaning slightly, that's just me having assurance in what I'm sketching. And so now at this point, as you see, I've laid in the hair on his forearms. Blanka has hair on his forearms and on his shins. So these are some of the characteristics of the character that people could that know about the character from Street Fighter could easily recognize. And right now I'm putting in the pants that he wears. He's kind of like the Incredible Hulk, and he just has a pair of pants on that's cut up or rolled up. There's two different versions of how his pants are, cut up and rolled up, and the rest is pretty much wild. And he has these shackles around his ankles that you see me drawing now. Those are just simple ankle, kind of like ankle shackles, and they're just done with ovals and simple lines and shapes that give the illusions of cylinders, kind of. But that's a part of the characteristic of Blanka too, is that he has shackles around his ankles, like he's been captured. So definitely it's been a while since I've looked into Blanka's character. I may do some research and check out why he was shackled or who he was captured by. And that's the end of the sketch. I thank you so much for stopping by. Please leave a comment. Let me know if there's other Street Fighter characters you'd like to see me sketch, or any other character for that matter, that you'd like to see me sketch here on Perry Pencil. Take care. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe by pressing this round button at the bottom. Also, click on one of the two top videos at the top. Please like this video, tell a friend, and share it on Facebook. Thank you. Perry Pencil.